The BJP, led by the dynamic duo of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, has revolutionized election management. The BJP's transformative impact on Indian politics has been a phenomenon that swept 2 general elections, and it's on the verge of winning a third. The strategic maneuvers of the BJP have been a game changer in recent times, and the unorganized opposition has helped it even more. The BJP has become a dominant force in electoral politics with an aggressive win at all cost attitude. And discussing the BJP strategy, this playing to win strategy, I am joined this evening by Shantanu Gupta and my colleague Kartikeya Sharma. Gentlemen, welcome to the News9 Plus Show. Shantanu, the BJP ideology or winnability, which one's more important for the BJP in the light of the recent exodus of candidates into the BJP's washing machine? Is that the word for it?
I think let's not oversimplify it. I think it's a mixture of both. If I try to read a voter's mind, right? So when a voter goes to the EVM, I think multiple things plays into his or her mind, right? I think the primary factors, has his or her life changed significantly in that incumbent's time. So in this case, 2014 to 2024, has his or her life significantly changed? That's one for sure, right? Second, I think second thing is the identity. Like, can I identify with a leader? Like with my caste, with my religion, with my gender, with my age, with my region? That'll be the second point. I think third point that must be goes on in voters' mind must be, has my country's image, right? Like, I may not be directly affected with it, but do I take a pride in my country's image, and is it going up or down? And fourth point is, who is executing all of this? Which leader and which party is coming from? I think a mixture of all of this. And I think when BJP is taking someone from outside, I think the purpose is double-fold. One is a lateral entry, right? In organization also, even in your news channel, right? A lot of people will grow organically, like within the folds, and a lot of people will come laterally. This is, I think, okay for any organization. And also, I think one is to strengthen your own organization where you don't have powerful people, and also to dilapidate the opposition, to give them like a moral shock during the election. So that's also, maybe that leader may not be of use for a long time, but for instant time during election, that's a shock factor that you create in the opposition. So I think all of this, what I think goes during election strategy.
Absolutely.
BJP is doing that.
Shantanu, yeah, well summed up. In fact, I was reminded, Kartikeya, of this US military term, shock and awe, as they came up with in the Gulf War in 1991. But do you think it's more about shock and awe? We just heard Atishi saying today that, alleging that the BJP had asked her to join the party if, she crossed over from the AAP. All charges would be forgiven, everything would be forgiven.
See, for any political party, winnability is important.
Yeah.
It's not as if that BJP is doing it for the first time. When Narendra Modi was the organizational secretary in charge of Himachal Pradesh, and he was instrumental in ensuring that BJP comes to power, though BJP was falling short of seats, they had by-election. To ensure its stability, he got Sukhram into the fold. And he took help from Sukhram. At that point of time, he was neither the chief minister nor a prime ministerial aspirant, but he did it. A lot of people criticized him for it, but then the government of Himachal Pradesh completed its full term. So it's not as if it's being done for the first time. Secondly, what is happening is, we should ask the question why BJP is getting away with it.
Right.
BJP knows
that's an important thing. Yeah.
Because BJP is getting away with it.
Right.
Everyone knows that, from Prafull Patel, these were the bad boys of 2014. Yes. Prafull Patel, Ashok Chavan, Adarsh scam. You just need to go to YouTube to find 5,000 press conferences by Aam Aadmi Party and Bharatiya Janata Party on Ashok Chavan and number of other leaders. The reason why BJP is getting away with it is because BJP is fighting elections, this Lok Sabha election, in the name of Narendra Modi.
Yes.
So Narendra Modi is candidate in each and every seat.
Yes.
Other candidates are irrelevant. I think this is the most presidential elections after 1952. People voted for Pandit ji in 1952 कि ये देश चलाएंगे.
Right.
Gandhi ji के उत्तराधिकारी हैं.
Right.
Because by that time even Patel had passed away.
Right.
So even today the whole idea is ये देश नरेंद्र मोदी चलाएंगे.
Yes.
बाकी सब इनकी जिम्मेदारी है. जो भी आएगा पार्टी में, they'll all fall in line.
Right.
So that is one thing. Second thing is that the BJP has put a target, and that's what I call sort of a vanity project.
Yes, yes.
Vanity project is 370 and 400, and
yeah.
this time when people say they have kept it to bring down the morale of the opposition,
yeah.
I don't buy it. I think they have seriously kept it because they want to create history. And if you look at the track record of Amit Shah and Prime Minister, they have created history not just by winning elections. They have created history by doing certain things which will be there even after they are long gone.
Yes.
Parliament.
Right.
Lok Kalyan Marg.
Right.
War Memorial.
Yeah.
The whole build-up of the Lutyens which we see, the government. North and South Block will be turned into museums in our own lifetime.
Yes.
The old Parliament will be museum in our own lifetime. Entire area, Sandeep, if you go,
yes,
which everyone has seen as beat reporters, from Shastri Bhavan to Udyog Bhavan to other Bhavan, there will be new Bhavans. Other people will not know. So they have created history, they have marked it. The idea of ruling the country is not about just running the government.
Yes.
It's about changing the mood, sentiment. I think after Indira Gandhi, Prime Minister Modi is the second Prime Minister to have said something like this. He has spoken about constitutional duties. Only a popular and powerful Prime Minister can say that. Any weak Prime Minister, he will be taken to the, he will go to the laundromat. In fact,
right.
And he'll be called a dictatorial person.
Interesting that you said
so
the laundromat.
The larger point I'm trying to make here in your show is why these things become irrelevant. Because this election is in the name of Prime Minister.
Yes.
And what
it's
is
a presidential style election.
What is Prime Minister is not fighting the election. This is my last point.
Right.
Prime Minister is not fighting the election.
Yes.
Prime Minister at the RBI said 100 दिन अपना काम कर लो जो करना है 100 दिन के बाद बहुत काम दूंगा.
Right.
Then Prime Minister is saying in functions that okay, I'll be back after 100 days.
Right.
So he is one Prime Minister who is publicly saying. So if you look at Narasimha Rao's biography,
yes,
the last chapter was about Narasimha Rao telling his people, we'll complete this project once I come back to power.
Yes.
No Prime Minister in his campaign is saying I will come back.
Yeah.
So he is not fighting elections. He is actually. It's a fait accompli for the opposition.
Fait accompli. But very quickly, Kartikeya, I want to play this bite of a very controversial candidate that you mentioned, Janardan Rai. And he's the BJP candidate from Bellary. Let's listen into what he had to say when he was asked about this laundromat question. Did he enter the BJP washing machine?
You started your own party a few years back and you were playing football. Now you have a lotus in your hand. What has changed?
It's not the question of changing and all, because because we have started political life only from BJP. So I have come back to my home. I am so happy.
Sir, but you also had a party. You could have joined in alliance with the BJP. But what was this entire thing to join the BJP? Who is benefiting here? Are you going to benefit here, or is the BJP benefiting?
So politics never I do for a benefit. So I do from my heart. So in the interest of the public. So here the party high command respected Amit Shah ji. He invited me and he told that your political career started from BJP only. Better instead of alliance and all, join party and work for the party.
Sir, and you spoke about Amit Shah, sir. He's the same person in 2018 who said that BJP has nothing to do with Janardan Rai or the party, and it's the same Amit Shah who is meeting you and is telling you to join.
It's not like that, but the situation only just I don't want to speak about any like fast. Now I joined party, I came back to my home, I am very comfortable, I am happy. So why should we speak about the past?
There is this allegation that comes always with those people who have criminal charges or mining charges or all these charges, corruption charges against them, that when they join the BJP, it's like a washing machine, they come out clean. That is going to happen with you also. The Congress has already started these allegations against you.
Congress or even their leaders, whoever it may be, they have to feel ashamed, because the minister, the district in charge minister of Bellary today, Mr. Narendra, is facing 32 mining cases. Out of that, 9 CBI cases and the balance all other is SIT mining cases. So he made Bellary district in charge minister. So Congress they should feel ashamed.
Sir, if Siddaramaiah has made them a
and
minister,
even Mr. Santosh Lad, his mining lease itself has been cancelled by the Supreme Court. By the Supreme Court only, Santosh Lad mining has been cancelled. So he became minister in Congress government. So Congress, they should feel shame for all these kind of things. And today Robert Vadra He is facing 6 CBI cases for land grabbing and all, with the involvement of this DLF and all. So even today, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, for National Herald case, thousands of crores scam. Today they are on bail.
So then why do you think you were targeted,
So
especially? Is this the hypocrisy of Siddaramaiah because he has ministers who are in the he has ministers who are in his cabinet
media
now?
should question. Today the person who is facing 32 cases is in charge Minister of Ballari and Mr. Santosh Lad, whose mining itself has been cancelled by the Supreme Court. So if Siddaramaiah Congress government has due respects to the courts, then how they made them as the ministers, the two Ballari in charge minister.
Janardan Reddy there talking about the BJP washing machine and the fact that it's the other people who are accusing him and the Congress is equally corrupt and complicit in this whole game. But Shantanu, this point that Kartikeya made, the fact that it's actually a presidential style election and therefore it is Prime Minister Modi who is the candidate in every single seat, and 2024 is just fait accompli. He's back to work on the 5th of June.
वो खुद कह रहे हैं.
Yeah.
I think that's also to create confidence in the cadre and the voters that I'm coming back. And I think he's right. This is the first time someone so explicitly in multiple platforms is saying it, and someone pronouncing the number of seats that he and his partners are going to get between 370 and 400 plus in the parliament, on the floor of the parliament. We have never heard such kind of confident statement passed. And I think whatever opinion polls different channels have made, it's just a matter of numbers, right? There's no trend. See, opinion polls go wrong, but the trend largely remains the same, right? Nobody is showing the 200 seats to BJP or maybe 150 plus to Congress in any of the surveys, right? So I think, yeah, it's a matter of numbers. And now to Sara Satta number pe lagega. That what is the number will be about? It will be how close to 370 BJP will be.
Right. It's all about numbers, you think, Kartikeya? It's all now down to
victory
margin?
I think it is about numbers, and I think BJP seriously thinks that this is the, though in politics you can't say last attempt, they want to give one serious attempt in this Lok Sabha election before changing or going back to the drawing room to expand in South India. You know, sort of Chota Bhai they have become in Andhra Pradesh. The solo act in Tamil Nadu, Prime Minister speaking about Tamil Nadu in Meerut. In Meerut Rally, Prime Minister speaking about Tamil Nadu. They are trying to expand in those areas because they feel that this is the third election of Prime Minister Modi. They do not know what will happen in the fourth.
In 2029,
that will be like huge anti-incumbency. So they are not leaving any stone unturned. If you look at BJP, this is an expansion project into those areas. That's one. And second, see, every political party wants to win, but Bharatiya Janata Party in this election is trying to do things which will have long-lasting impact. You see, they have already set the ball rolling, which is one nation, one poll. The second issue which the Prime Minister is openly talking about is the implementation of Women Reservation Bill, which they have already passed. And the third and the foremost is that he has taken up certain security issues which will have dramatic consequences for the way we engage with our neighbors. So it's like he is terraforming the political arena. Vajpayee and Sonia did not terraform it; they gamed it to their advantage.
Because here he has the advantage of being two
He's changing the terrain. It's like grass court se aap tough pe ja rahe hain. He has done something different with our politics.
Absolutely. So Shantanu, if Prime Minister Modi returns for a third term, as he's widely believed to, what do you think the BJP is going to work on 2024 to 2029, this third 5-year tenure of Prime Minister Modi? What's going to be on their key agenda points, apart from what Kartikeya mentioned?
I think he's right. They are super focused on South, and this is the way they're expected the gains. Over 303, and the gains will largely come from Uttar Pradesh, maybe Bengal, maybe Odisha, and maybe seats from the South, right? I think the focus of the next government and the party will be these. I think one will be, there'll be a huge focus shifted toward corruption, right? So I mean anti-corruption, right? So there'll be a huge watch on corruption, which we're seeing the signs from last 1.5 years with lot of senior leaders are in jail finally. Otherwise, parties used to fear sympathy wave to nahi milega and let's not do it. So I think that'll be one. And Prime Minister is talking about Sandeep saturation of the policies, right?
Yes.
Agar if 100 houses are there in a village and only 90 got the scheme, only 80 got the scheme, I'll make sure the gas, the house, the DBT, the toilet will reach everyone, right? The saturation, which we used to hear that if 1 rupee starts at the center, only 15 paisa reaches. So that's leakage is stopped, but the saturation of schemes that he is talking continuously and expanding the pie itself, expanding the economy itself. When Prime Minister talks about that, in my third term, India will be the third largest economy. I think they'll be largely the focus of the next term.
Yes, absolutely. Third term, third largest economy, 400, 370. It's all about numbers, isn't it? And no one better than Amit Shah and Prime Minister Modi to play to win, as we just discussed. Thank you very much for joining us, Shantanu, and my colleague Kartikeya. Very interesting story there coming up. The BJP is running a robust system at the booth level to mobilize its grassroots workers. They not only propagate the party's ideology, but also identify the beneficiaries of government schemes and their probable supporters. Watch excerpts from our exclusive story, The Booth Nuts.
Politics is a game of chess, said India's first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. BJP seems to have aced the game by playing its pawns right and keeping itself few steps ahead of the opposition.
जब बूथ विजयी होता है तब चुनाव में विजय अवश्य मिलती है। ये दिखाता है हर कार्यकर्ता का बुलंद हौसला।
Booth level strategization is an extension of who you are and what you stand for. So principally, if you look at how organizations work globally, first it is Vichardhara, then on top of it is Sangathan, and then top of it is Satta. So I think the booth lies somewhere in between.
Booth will not be one man's booth. At least 4 or 5 people, sympathizers, they sit together, they decide the program details and they work out. That is one. At mandal level, at district level, at every level. We have even the elected representatives and organization has a rapport. So there is team all over. And these teams work in tandem. They work in coordination.
Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah have added glamour to the booth. But we have to understand the basic. What did Sundar Lal Patwa do? Sundar Lal Patwa in the pre-internet era, pre-social media era introduced something called Panna Pramukh. One person would be, or 3 people would be, or 4 people, or a set would be made in charge of the booth. And they were given a Panna. And Panna would have a list of 100 voters. It was their job to get the 100 voters. So the question is, why would people micromanage something like this? They had to micromanage because they had a small social base.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तो एक और भी खूबी है कि एक पन्ना प्रमुख से लेकर बनाने से लेकर और अब तो अर्ध पन्ना प्रमुख भी, तो एक एक वोट पर पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता की, यानी कि अर्ध पन्ना प्रमुख और पन्ना प्रमुख, यानी कि बहुत सीमित लोगों पर एक पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता की निगाह है.
During last couple of years, we have also seen that BJP senior leaders of BJP actually hold conferences or the meetings with the booth level worker.
All the booth presidents of 2 Lok Sabha constituencies who have gathered here.
The game of power politics has begun. The poll bugle has been sounded.
Who will receive the death blow? Who will be checkmated? It still remains to be seen.